That's a good takedown, guys. Look at him strip and drag. Look at that. God, dog. There we go. I'm gonna reel down on him. I kind of feel like he's hit. God, dog, he's taking off. There we go. Well, folks, we're back on the Ohio River. I'm back to where I was at the other day. I thought this was a nuclear plant when I was out here fishing, but I've since learned that it is a coal-fired steam plant, TVA, which is still pretty neat. It's dumping hot water off in here. I'm gonna try it a little bit here. I've got Erin with me today. She's happy to be here. Hopefully she can catch a big one today. We're gonna try, of course we try that every time, but we're supposed to not have no wind today, so we can fish the shipping lanes. It's a holiday weekend. There ain't gonna be a lot of barge traffic, hopefully. And try to get out there into some deeper water and see if we can latch onto something big, hopefully. But we're gonna fish here for a little bit because this is the last place I caught them at the other day. But we'll see. I'm gonna get anchored up and see what happens. Well, folks, we got all of our poles set out. We ain't got no bite yet. We just got the last one flung out. Got our first barge coming. I just kind of figured there wouldn't be much barge traffic today, but I'm often wrong about things. They ain't dumping as much water out of this little creek thing as they was. I scanned a bunch of fish out there, right there where we got all of our poles thrown. So we moved out into Ohio a little bit, where we had a little bit of current and was throwing up in the, well, you can see the current break down through there, so I like to fish these kinds of places. The other day, it seemed like every time a barge went by, I got a good takedown. But I was also messing with gar left and right the other day. It is flat a good day to catch catfish. Barge is kind of carrying the mail. He's kind of loud. Erin's got the first bite. Hopefully it ain't a gar. Okay, I ain't so doggone sure she ain't getting another bite up. She's reeling down on him. He's on there. All right, just set her right back down. I'm pretty sure that was a gar. We're gonna have to sit down. We got another tsunami coming, folks. Dog. That's very ominous looking. I'm gonna sit down. Oh, them can quit anytime.
Why did it do that?
I don't know.
It never did that before.
I do not like waves coming in the back of the boat like that, but it was done and too late to move. Middle pole. Acting highly gar-like. The dog we about had skipjack in the boat with it. Scared the fire out of me. There he goes back at it. Well, it's a catfish. He's kind of taking off with it. first fish, and he don't feel very big. Nice, be a nice eating blue. I got another pole taken off, folks. I'm gonna get this one over in the boat and catch him.
You want me to get him? Can you get it?
I think he come off.
This stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to get your coffee full of catfish line. Nice 3-pound blue. Because these fish are chemically imbalanced, folks, so you got to turn them upside down when you show them to the camera. Being in this weird water, this fossil fuel water. We got 2 head pieces sitting out here in the river. Now the other day, they was not biting head pieces very good. But you always want to throw them and see. Because some days they bite the head pieces. Some days that's all you can catch a big one on, head pieces. My far left-hand pole, folks, is doing something strange, but it's acting gar-like. That acts like a catfish. I think he come unhooked. And again, it could have been a gar. That dog, whatever that was a hoss. Maybe it's a blue cat gonna come down there and get my skipjack. Feel like by the color is a big head carp that'd weigh about 50, 60 pounds. Something's happening. We're getting a whole lot of nothing right now. You wouldn't figure them guard be in that 30 foot of water down there. But there's no telling what goes through a gar's head. Got a helicopter flying over us. It's probably got gar hanging off of it. It's a very bright helicopter. And it has no gar hanging off of it. We're gonna give them about 10 more minutes. If we ain't got a catfish bite in that time, we're gonna go hunt a different place. Center pole, I think, is fixing to try to go down. It's one of the great things about filming is you try to predict when a pole's fixing to go down. I get it right about 1% of the time. I don't think we got a catfish bite since I reeled that one in and that other pole had a fish on it. Now why, I do not know. I do know they ain't dumping the water that they was here the other day. See how that fish come off? That was more than likely a gar. Well, I think it's time to move, don't you? Well, folks, we're fishing the edge of the shipping lane where it goes from 35, 38 foot to about 25. I'm gonna work my way back down through there finding fish and fishing that. See if we can hook into something big. There seem to be a lot of fish down through there. I do not know about the barge traffic, how it's gonna affect us. There was a bunch of sporadic stuff down there on the bottom and quite a few fish around it. Hopefully we can entice them to bite, and hopefully they're big. Aaron's getting a bite. He's on there. Yep.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah. I'm going down with him.
Can you get it out of the holder? Is he still on there?
Yeah. He's just coming this way. Or maybe not.
He's got that pole bent double, but we're in pretty heavy current. So it's about like the one that I caught a while ago. If he ever comes up. Is he taking drag?
Oh, okay. I guess. He has to be.
Aaron's about to cuss on him.
There he is. He's pretty good. I mean, he's not big, but he's pretty good. He won't come up, though.
It's a nice blue. Oh, he's all whooped up.
He's giving up, isn't he? Not bad at all.
7-8 pound fish.
Just
Aaron's first blue of the day. Well, folks, at least this barge ain't like coming up through here at a high rate of speed. I think it's one of those P barges, though. They're usually blue, whatever P means. I'm gonna wait him out. Make sure there ain't none coming from up above us. There's all kinds of stuff here that I do not like as far as barge traffic goes. There's a bridge right above us. So they've got to You know, if they got to maneuver or something, they got to do it right here where we're at. But he ain't awful big. Now there's one coming from below us that's empty. He'll throw up a bigger wave than what this one will. I guess them P barges don't run in the Mississippi, because I ain't never seen one of them till the other day. And it might be the same barge. There might only be a P barge on the Ohio. And I don't feel like that it goes plumb up to Pittsburgh. Aaron pointed out that it says Jared Phillips on the side of it, so it might stand for Phillips. I think it's the same barge. And I think we're right in the shipping lane. He looks like he's carrying the mill. Hauling satchel, carrying the mill. Vroom, vroom. I ain't so doggone sure if he ain't gonna take off cross river. He's a heading cattywampus compared to that other. The P barge. Middle pole, folks. That's a good takedown. Dog. That's the one we're after. I don't think he's as big as I initially thought. But anytime they go down slow like that, that's usually a good one. Of course, I don't know if he knows he's hooked or not. We'll find out how big he is. I don't think he's as big as I originally thought. Probably, it's still a good fish by all means, but I sure thought the way he took that thing down that it was going to be a Haas. Oh, I got my hand in my big fat hairy arm in the way. Kind of sad that I thought that fish was a big one. He sure took it down though like he was a good one. Still 10-pound fish. he just thought he was a monster. Good 10, probably 8-pound blue. He was on a smaller bait, because I would usually try to run smaller baits on them 3-ounce sinkers in this heavier current. We're probably going to give them about 15 minutes here. And if they don't go to biting any faster than that, we're going to go down there and replicate the same situation at a different place. Get on the edge of the shipping lane and see what happens. But I think that's what they're doing. I think they're kind of on the shallower side of the river, following that bank up along that shipping lane. Why do you ask me? Are we gonna move? Because they ain't biting fast enough here for me. I think my center post fixing to try to go down again. Something acted like it was breathing on it. Breathing is in breath of fresh air, not breeding. 5 more minutes, folks. If we don't get a decent bite in 5 more minutes, we're gonna head on to the next spot. Well, folks, we're at a different place. This is kind of what it does here. It goes from 30 foot of water to about 40. And a drop off and all kinds of stuff down there. And hopefully it'll provide for us. If we don't get one here pretty quick, we're going to go exploring a little bit. I've never been downstream here. I see some more smoke tires or whatever them things are down there. I need to go take a gander at it and see if there's more water running out in the river there. I'd go check that place out, but it's got a big old pile of charcoal behind it, and I don't figure fish eat charcoal. Leastways, I've never caught any with charcoal briquettes in them. Don't know, they might fiend out for charcoal. I don't think it's charcoal, I think it's coal. Guess I need to put my drink back in the cooler so I can get ready for this big takedown that's fixing to take place. Wonder what this feller's doing. I didn't even know there was a road there. He just come popping out of the brush. He said, I'm gonna come down there and watch this fella not catch anything. He needs to be drifting, because them fish are scattered out. That's exactly what he's saying there. So folks, we come over here to the other side of the river and we found some swifter, shallower stuff. Had a wad of fish in there, looked pretty big. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of trash floating down through here. There's no current break down there whatsoever, but there was a pile of fish there just randomly. So we'll fish them and see if they're biting. Usually you find a pile of fish like that just randomly out across one of these flats. They're biting. They're doing something. Whatever fish do. Hopefully looking for skipjack pieces. I don't know what we're gonna do as far as limbs and chunks and everything like that floating down through here. Only time will tell. As long as nothing big comes down through here, we'll be all right. I'll have to keep a watch on it. Usually that's where them fish are feeding at, in that crap anyway. Well, Aaron just got the first bite.
Is he on there?
Yeah. He was still flopping on the end of there. So maybe they was catfish. I might be getting impatient with them. Does he feel pretty big?
There he is. He don't look like a catfish to me.
It's a blue.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I guess so. He's not bad.
5-pound fish. Nice little pretty blue. Well, folks, it's been fun. Until the next time, I'll see y'all later.